Our team's improved a lot since last season. Last season we were dead last in the Pac-12, and we got 12 teams. But this year, I think a lot of people thought we weren't going to be that good. But we came into the season, the chip on our shoulder, and we came out and got second place in the Pac-12, which is the best in Colorado soccer history.
Last year we finished 11th, or probably last in the Pac-12, and this year we were predicted to end 11th in the Pac-12, but we finished tied for second place, and we made it to the NCAA tournament.
Last year our team started off pretty good during preseason, and then entering the Pac-12, our first game we beat Cal, and after that we lost the majority of our games. We tied a few, but we ended up getting last in the Pac-12, and everyone was pretty bummed about it, but this season we came back and we got second in the Pac-12, and we won the majority of our games, and we made it to the tournament, and we almost made it to the round of 16.
I think it's very frustrating, I think, for all of us on the soccer team to not get the recognition, because we put in all the time in the off season. Everybody talks about the rise is real. This is what they worked so hard for in the spring season, but that's what we did too. We worked very hard. We got up the same time as they do, go to bed at the same time as they do the same schoolwork, and yet they're the ones that get recognized. So it's very frustrating to do all the same work.
It kind of sucks not getting the recognition like the football team does, but then again, they're a bigger team, they're a bigger program. Which is really unfortunate because we also put in the same work and effort as they do. So I feel like we should get recognized just as they do.
I mean, it's kind of hard because at the beginning of the football team season, they were talking about how the rise is real because they won 1 or 2 games, and we started off the season winning the majority of our games, and we still weren't recognized for that. And throughout the season, we won just as many games as them, and it was advertised. All their games were like, come to football, and no one came to our soccer games really. So it was just kind of unfair that they got so much recognition and we were kind of left behind like we weren't a big deal and like we don't bring in any money to this university, but we do, and people don't really realize that. But I understand that football is a bigger industry, but we definitely don't get the same recognition as them.
I think to get more recognition is, first things first, just to come out to the games. We have very exciting games, and I know it's women's soccer, so you can say what you want about that, but it's actually very exciting. I mean, a lot of the other athletes come out and support us. I mean, it's a lot more fun than you think, and I think the athletic director, Rick George, does a great job of coming out and supporting us every game. There's always staff there, but I think just more visualization on campus, posters, signs, anything will help us, and just coming out and supporting us.
I think what they can do better to give more recognition to our team is probably sending out more emails or just like better advertisement, just making it more aware, just like they do with football. Even with like daily journalists or, local newspapers, just putting it out there, making it more public.
I think that if students just kind of realize that we work really hard and we're actually a good team and actually give us the opportunity and come out to our games and see what we play for, that they'll actually want to come out to more games. So I think that people just need to trust that it's going to be a good game and come out and watch us and not think that it's going to be boring because it's women's soccer.
I think if there's more advertisement on campus, there would be a lot more recognition. I think a lot more people would come out to games, which is more important than anything.
I definitely think we'd get more recognition by fans and others if there were better advertisements made for our program.
I think that if our games were more advertised, that a lot more people would come because no one really hears about coming to a women's soccer game. Like football's going to a bowl game and everyone's buying flights to go out there because they're hearing how it's going to be such a good game. But we have good games against Stanford and UCLA and other teams out here in the Pac-12, and people don't hear about it because no one wants to come out to a women's soccer game. So I think if it was advertised, we'd have more fans.